Does Florida repeat as Stanley Cup champions this year?
They got the juice to do it if they really want it.
You think so?
They do, but.
Yeah. What's the but?
I don't think so.
Take it away from him.
Sports show. Barn is alive again. Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get 4 calls.
The lights are flickering. There's no time. Our best heads are falling off.
Damn it.
Listen.
We got to stop hanging out.
Yeah. Listen, your ears are going to fall off with excitement because it's the sports show.
Sports show.
I took it. I took that from you. I say sports show, then you say
Sports show.
There you go. Episode 327. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Dimitri Karolis, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Mitch Honges.
Good afternoon.
Today in the world of sports, we start with the National Hockey League, whereby that's not us.
We are going to talk a lot of NHL today.
We are.
We have to.
But before we get into the NHL talk, you got to do a little bit of work yourselves. And what is that? Subscribe to the channels at Sports Show Podcast on the Instagram and on the YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. You know what? Take the share link, share it with a friend.
Share it.
Help us push the numbers.
Help us, help you, help them.
We win, you win,
we all
everyone's win, we all
You know
win.
what the worst thing would be? You're at the bar, you're hanging out with your buddies, you're having a drink, and then the two friends, let's say there's 3 of you, and 2 of them are talking about Mitch and Dimitri. It's like, that Dimitri, he's hilarious. Yeah. That Mitch, so insightful. And then you're the odd man out. You're like, wait a minute, who? What? You don't want to be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Just subscribe to the dang channels.
Oh, the good Amy. And then, what Amy? What are you guys talking about?
Do you even know what she looks like?
Do you even know who you're, exactly?
Do you even know what she does?
Exactly.
What about the Dan? What about the Dan Fair? Do you know what he does?
What about
Mama Noy?
Jablonski? Like, all these little code words will trigger these guys, and you're going to be the odd man out.
Yeah. And let me guess, if you hear lather the horse, you're probably going to actually lather a horse. Nigel.
That's right. I forgot about that. That was a good one. You know, that should have been up for a Luffy.
Yeah. The Loofah. Who asked me? Oh, my sister-in-law the other week. She goes, hey, by the way, what's a Loofah award? It's trending.
See,
it's bleeding in, right?
The fact that she has to ask shows me she listens but doesn't listen.
But knows.
But knows something.
But knows.
That's it.
And it also shows me that the recipient of the Loofah award is proud.
Very proud. They got to tell people.
The Swiss Greek is doing his work.
Exactly. Behind the scenes.
Now do you see why he did it?
That's right.
It's easy to use a loofah behind the scenes in the shower. It's not easy in your face.
That's right. Boom. Listen, we got to get to it.
Did you do any?
I did. You know me. I was minding my own business. I was cruising the nets. But here's the thing. Baseball.
Sorry, we need to t-shirt that.
We do.
Friend, I was minding my own business. I was perusing the nets at Sports Show Podcast.
You love it.
I do.
So baseball this week kind of took over. I'm not going to lie to you. Why? Yeah, I know. Real quick, I want to touch baseball. I got a call yesterday from one of our good listeners. Great listener. See? Blake. One of our listeners. Putter Blake, right? Putter Blake calls and says, hey, I gave it a day. Your Houston Astros are done. What do you guys think? Now, I had to go back and be like, you know what? Listen, when a team goes to the playoffs 8 years in a row and they've won the World Series, how they do it, that's their business, Blake.
Right.
But he brought up a good point. He goes, look at this Detroit Tigers team. Now, you might not know this, Dimitri, or maybe you saw some memes. These guys, they were 12 and a half games back about 50 games ago, okay? They went 33-12 to end the season. They had a .2 chance winning of getting into the wild card, and they don't just get into the wild card. They win the They win the series, 2 games against the defending or one of the defending champions of the world in Houston. Now they're off. Here's the funny thing: as we were talking, Blake used to be a professional athlete. He used to play hockey in the professionals, right? And he's, by the way, to Byron, one of my best friends in the world. Byron, feel better, buddy. What's going on over here? You got to call the Mitch and just win. You know, you just got to tell us what's going on once in a blue moon. Don't make me hear it from other people. Come on over here. We're worried about you over here. So Blake goes, you know what, about these Detroit Tigers? They're young. They're just full of piss and vinegar. Yep. And when these guys are in the offseason, they're actually working out. Where back in the day, he goes, we would only work out during training camp. Now you're hearing all these stories of what's going on. No one wants to do the training camp anymore. They just want to go straight into the fire. What are your thoughts on the young versus the old? That's what really it comes down to. This new young generation, man. I mean, it's going to get to the point where maybe in each league, you're going to have 17-year-olds playing, 18-year-olds playing. It's happening, man. Bernard is already there.
Are you telling me that there's an opportunity to cut some of the baseball TV time?
I think there's time.
Then I'm all for it.
Yes, 100%.
And dare I say, not only cut training camp, but maybe the first 50 games.
Let me ask you a question. Right now, you're a manager. Are you grabbing a grizzly old vet or are you grabbing a young buck with that you can kind of mold a little bit? And now think about what old means now. 30 years old might be old in the league. 30 years old, Dimitri.
That's insanity. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the movie Major League is the blueprint on how to construct a team. You need good pitching. You need good hitting. But you need, was it Tom Berenger?
I think it was.
Tom Berenger. You need a glue guy.
That's right.
You need
Joe Flacco.
Look, the young guys, they're talented. But what they don't have is resolve and composure. That's what you build over time when you're like, hey, everyone, calm it down.
That's right.
You know, so speaking, we'll get it. This is a great segue. We'll probably just hop into the NHL here because.
Are you in my notes?
Because the documentary with the Edmonton Oilers has come out where they've been following them through the playoffs.
That's right. That's right.
And I'll tell you this.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it, but the clip they show, obviously to entice people, is McDavid just yelling like, step up!
Yes.
McDavid. Honey sugar baby, I love you.
Yeah.
You're talented on the scoreboard. Sure, you're my number 2, but you could very well be my number 1. Heck, you're 99% of everyone's number 1.
That's right.
Not the way we call it on the sports show, which is down the middle, at center ice.
The middle.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I'm not suggesting. Oh, don't yell at people. Don't you dare. Whatever. No. You yell at people. But there was a little baby in your tone.
That's right.
There's a little baby in your tone.
It's okay.
That wasn't a Messier.
That's right.
B rating.
But can I say why? Probably. Here's a guy that was about to get married. Like he hasn't been married yet. He just got married. He got married after the.
So it's pent up anger.
It was pent up anger. That's what it was.
So then the Oilers are lucky that, because he can't. It's not fair for him. Also, he's the number 1 point getter. He can't take the full load of the team.
He can't. Who can? We talked about it before. What do you guys want from this guy?
Yeah.
Like literally, why don't you strap on the pads and play some goalie too while you're at it? This is crazy.
He's just getting married. He's got pent up anger.
He's got pent up anger.
He's carrying the whole load of the team, and he can't blow it right there,
No,
then.
he can't do it
early.
right there. Early. Come on.
Get a 4-game sweep. They almost blew their load too early.
Way too early. But
they didn't.
Okay, seriously, we gotta stop talking about it. We gotta stop. This is getting stupid. One last thing,
Amy,
Blake.
don't clip that one. I just won an award for work. Don't clip that one.
Last one, I just want to say with regards to the baseball.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say, what have we said on the sports show? There's killers and the heater. That, ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Tigers are the heater. They're going to win it all. I'm telling you right now, they're on a heater, baby. They are Major League. They are the Cleveland Indians of that movie from years and years ago.
No, the Cleveland. What are they now?
Well, they're the Guardians now,
Guardians.
but they were the Indians then. That's a fair. That's
You know what
was.
You know what I never understood with the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians is how they didn't keep the name of an indigenous theme at least.
Yeah, actually, the Washington Commanders now, as they're known, but in the back in that face that they had on their emblem.
Yeah.
That's an actual person. That's an actual chief of some kind. He's coming back going, I want my face back on there. So it's one of these things, man. Like
Interesting.
Somebody's trying to stick up for somebody, but maybe they don't know what to stick up for. You know what I mean?
Like why didn't like Cleveland Indians? You're like, okay, well, that's whatever. Fine, they decided to change the name, but why didn't they pick why wouldn't you pick a tribe or honor someone indigenous?
I think the answer is simple. People are just too scared now in this day and age, man. They just don't want to say anything.
Just move on.
Yeah, just move on. Speaking of moving on, we're off to the NHL. Listen, the NHL technically starts next week, but it actually started yesterday. What? Yeah. In Prague, the Devils took on the Buffalo Sabres. So they went all the way over to Prague to see Jagger and the boys, played a game. Jersey won. Jersey right now, just for everyone's knowledge, number 1 team in the league. They're 1-0. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you.
And I'm putting all my chips on them. They're trending in the right direction.
So the thing is, with the NHL starting up, last week we talked about the players and who were the best players, and our consensus was it was McDavid by slim margin. What, did we take McDavid or McKinnon?
No. We took McKinnon. We took McKinnon.
McKinnon. I mean, I listened to the sports show. I know what we did. So we took McKinnon. We said McDavid, and the reason was exactly that little tirade he had. Just you're one step away. You're one step. Your tone. You gotta drop the bass in your voice a little, and you're almost there.
Yeah,
you're
he's almost there. He's almost there.
Right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about all the quotes, the big things that are happening right now, going into the NHL season. Then we'll talk about some of the teams, and then we're done. Okay. And we're ready, and you're ready, more specifically, to talk about your friends about this.
Yeah, I think we could do this in 10 minutes. Hey, I'm looking at the clock.
Don't worry. Hey, who's the clock guy?
I'm sorry.
It's me.
I'm overstepping.
I'm the clock guy.
You know what it is?
You stand back.
You know what it is? They brought in a new clock, and I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
It's a nice clock. Mm-hmm. I don't get to see the clock anymore. I mean, I could, but I unselfishly...
You can see my clock anytime you want. It's right here.
Yeah, but I unselfishly turn it to
It's actually a big clock. It's actually very big.
Yeah, and green's my favorite color.
It's a green clock. That's right. All right. I don't know. Have you been listening and seeing what's going on in Boston right now with Jeremy Swayman,
maybe.
the goalie?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Go.
So they haven't signed him yet. They're literally So they trade Ullman over to Ottawa. They're like, you know what? You might have won us the Vezina a couple of years ago. Get the hell out of here. This back and forth, you two, this friendship, we don't like it. Get the hell out of here.
You're fired.
So Jeremy Swayman comes in, right? But they haven't signed him. They got to sign him because it's the last year of his contract. And they're saying, well, you know what? This guy's Vezina-esque. The guy's shown that he's made us one of the best teams in the league when he's in the nets. And the controversy has a brewing. Spitting Chicklets, you guys all know that podcast. They got lambasted by the GM, Don Sweeney, over in Boston because Don Sweeney thinks that they were kind of being a little rumorish and starting rumors that they shouldn't have been starting. Turns out, I think the boys over there might have had more information than they think. Cam Neely comes out a couple days ago and says, I don't know why Swayman hasn't signed. He has 64 million reasons to sign, basically stating that there was an 8x8 offered. Swayman's camp came back and said, we didn't get that fax. We don't know what you're talking about. So we're heading into the final part of the league. And as we speak here right now on the Saturday morning, I haven't seen anything that he signed. No one's seeing it. He has until December to technically sign. And then after that, you never know. Are you, Boston, going to give up the guy? So my question is this a money thing now? Because they've had all summer to work on this. Or is this like Boston trying to like squeeze every little nickel out maybe to get a goalie that maybe they think in their system any goalie can plug in and play?
So this reeks of agent holding out for more.
You think so?
Yeah, you know what I think? Yeah. I think the agent and the Swayman camp are like, he's gone. You're now the full number one. Mm-hmm. Let's get paid.
Really?
Because there's such a need for goaltenders right now in the NHL. Point. Right? The stock is nothing but a rising. And so when you start looking at contracts that like the Shesterkins and whatnot have been I think, in my opinion, I think this is more on the Swayman camp.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the deal was obviously presented in there.
I think you're right. I think it is a money play. I think both camps want the max. I do think that Boston has a little bit of a, what's the word? They got this charisma going, look, we're one of the best teams in the last 10 years, and we've had like 3 or 4 different goalies.
Yep.
You're no special. So take the 8x8 if that's what actually was offered and move on with your life. And to your point, he's going, yeah, you're right, but this is a new day, new dime. I'm younger than all those other guys. See, it's coming to the young and old again. You got Cam Neely, Seabass himself.
Seabass.
Going against the Swayman camp. I'm curious. And here's my second thought of it. Or a second question. Does this hurt the dynamics in the team? Remember, we talked about this with Brandon Ayuk showing up late to camp. Right. He finally got his money, but look at San Fran. They're not that dominant team that everyone thought they were going to be so far in the NFL season.
See, with the goalie, not really. And I'll tell you why. Because no one really needs to talk to the goalie anyways.
Right.
You could actually, the goalie is...
But the goalie's all mental. What if he's not
happy?
Well,
they know that. They know goalies are typically weird, right?
Right, they are, yes.
Right, so they know that. This is an unexpected behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a full money... Look, it's a money contract play. I said the agent just reeks.
Okay, so what do? You're now the GM of Boston. Are you going to say, buddy, this is it, take it or leave it? Or are you going to say... All right, fine. Give him $65 million, $66 million. I don't know. Whatever
this is, you know what? this sucks because the makeup of Boston is like a Detroit.
Yes.
And other teams were like, look, man, like we got the system here. The problem is they're very close. And the other problem is they made a decision already.
Right.
They made a decision. So I don't know. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Wow. They got rid of one goaltender, and Swayman and his agent are like, perfect, we got leverage now.
In this day and age of the NHL, give them the money. I know it sounds a little petty to some degree, but at the same time, give the baby its bottle because here's the thing. There's other contracts here in Calgary that, it is what it is now. Like, it's either going to work in your favor or not. And to not have them play at all or to have them disgruntled, what's the difference? Give them the money, let them be crappy, and then you can yell at them again.
That's the other thing, too. The offers are going to come.
They're going to come. And he would be great trade bait. Great trade bait. Question number 2. You saw Patrick Laine. He's going to be out 2 to 3 months, they say. It was a knee-on-knee during the preseason. Brings up the question, Dimitri. Should the superstars just stay out of the preseason? Do the Blake. Only do the training camp, go dry land training, and then do some ice time when the regular season starts.
No, stuff like that. You know what I think?
Yeah.
Is that there should just be bigger consequences for penalties like that in the preseason. Like,
some of it,
like, here's the problem: is like, this is what I hate about preseason hockey. You're giving a last ditch effort,
right?
Not only to condition some of your players to getting game time ready, but bring in some of the young people that you're still on the fence whether you want to keep them. Like, there are a lot of people vying for a job. So when a Patrick Laine look. The knee-on-knee, and that's where I'm going. There's this unwritten rule of the veterans when they get there saying, hey, guys, take it easy. This is preseason.
It's easy.
Relax. What are you doing? Stuff like that. I get that gamesmanship.
Right.
But does the guy who's trying to earn a roster spot, who sees Laine coming down the ice and just overcompensates, think that? No.
What if you did a split squad where they go, all the rookies and people trying to make the team over here, let you guys can kill each other, and then all the superstars do a nice light skate over here with the other team. They're superstars and they're just like figure skating but with sticks, and they're just
Listen, I know this is going to sound like crazy because I'm a proponent of fighting in the game.
Yeah.
I'm a proponent of the physicality of the game.
This is your fault.
Yeah, but follow me.
I'm listening.
Is it a bad idea to make preseason hockey contactless?
Oh, I see.
Because at that point in time, the only reason they're there is just to get some reps in.
Right.
It's kind of like playoff hockey. Like, no one goes full bore preseason, but once the playoffs come in, it's like, okay, now we're finishing checks. Now we're playing. So why don't you just make the preseason contactless?
See, I love that idea for this point that we're talking about. You don't want to see the superstars get hurt. But the guy that hasn't made the team yet, that has to be a plug probably, he's going to be a third or fourth liner. He needs to do that stuff that we're saying take out. So it's a catch-22. It's a catch-22.
Or the other thing, leave your stars out or just cancel the preseason.
Yeah. Maybe that's the way to go.
But it's crazy, man. You got I don't understand. The NHL doesn't the NHL didn't want to send players to go to the Olympics because it's their product. Well, look, now your product just got destroyed.
That's right. I know, man. It's literally a catch-22. It's crazy. Yeah. Speaking of 22, let's jump to the number 42. Ovi, 42 goals away. Does he do it this year or does he do it next year? And second part of the question, when he does get it, and he probably most likely will he be considered the greatest goal scorer of all time? You know, like the LeBron and the Jordan. Right now you got the guy. He's going to have the record. Do you give him that title?
I have a feeling he's going to do it this year.
Okay.
I really, really do.
And so if me and you are sitting in a bar and I say, Dimitri, Gretzky's still the best goal scorer of all time, are you saying, no, he's not, it's actually Ovi? Are you arguing with me on this?
The numbers don't lie.
See, I'm all about this is still Gretzky's. I would rather have Gretzky on the ice scoring a goal. Like, who shoots harder? Who's more of a scorer, like built like the way you have it in your head? Ovi all day. But I'd still would put all my money on Gretzky finishing that shot than Ovi.
Look, but then the argument is different type of hockey, different goalies, different skill level, different from the argument will always be Gretzky did it in far less games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas Ovi did it in a much harder environment.
True.
Like, you look at some of these goals that Gretzky scored, we're literally watching like a kid in novice hockey who can't raise the puck go on the ground because goalies didn't go down.
Right.
Like some of them were like, okay, man, like, come on, that's brutal.
I know what you're saying. I still go to the point where, but that's the way they played hockey then.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
he was doing it like 20-fold more than everybody else.
To me, just numbers don't lie. Like, I don't care how good you were, Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
But Jesus Shuttlesworth, it was better than you. He got more points. It's a goals thing. 894. Yeah. He'll get 900. Yeah. Ovi's number one. If he breaks it,
right.
He's actually statistically on the number one. Like,
right.
They'll actually ledger him.
Yes.
Him
number
than him.
one. That's right.
Like, what are we arguing?
Nothing. This is a discussion.
I know, but
why are you getting so mad?
I'll tell you why.
Speaking of getting mad, Florida Panthers aren't being given a lot of love from Las Vegas. Does Florida repeat as Stanley Cup champions this year?
They got the juice to do it if they really want it.
You think so?
They do, but.
Yeah. What's the but?
I don't think so.
That's the shirt we got to make. But.
Look.
Yeah.
But.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me talk to you.
Last question. This year, you got two teams. I've read a lot of reports on the internet this year, and a lot of people, a lot of hockey analysts have picked Edmonton and Toronto to meet in the Stanley Cup final. That'd be great. Great for Canada, great for hockey.
That was my pick last year, so it probably will happen.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
Do you notice
You're always
a year late?
A year late. Yeah. It's true. You are. Go back to the arcade.
I'm always a year late, so now I'm like, all right.
With that being said, we already know then. Okay, if that's the case, Austin Matthews is supposed to have a great year, and so will McDavid. Who's more important now, Mitch Marner or Leon Draisaitl, for their teams to actually make it to the Stanley Cup?
Marner to me, because you got to prove it now.
See, I would say Leon slightly because he got the money, and everyone, we joke about it all the time. Well, now he got his money, he's never going to do anything now, right? Blah blah blah, all this stuff. All right, let's jump over to the teams real quick and talk about them. In the Atlantic, Dimitri, you tell me who's going to win this division. You got the Bruins, the Red Wings, the Panthers, the Canadiens, the Senators, the Lightning, the Maple Leafs, and the Sabres.
I actually like the Maple Leafs this year.
You like the Maple Leafs to win the Atlantic? That's a nice pick.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I got to stick with Boston, man. If I've learned anything, I mean, this plug-and-play thing might be a real thing, and we'll find out. But, did you notice? Okay, so they bring in Lindholm, right? Our old guy, and they also bring in Zadorov. Isn't it kind of funny? They kind of replaced the two guys that are gone, like a Bergeron-ish kind of guy.
We had them in they're a package
and a Chara
deal.
Kind
they're
of
a package deal,
right?
They go to Vancouver,
right?
Now they're in Boston.
It's a 2-for-1.
It's great.
That's the way it works here. I'm going to take Boston. Now, which one of these teams do you think last year didn't make the playoffs? This year will make the playoffs.
Oh, I can already pick.
I already know who it is.
It's the Red Wings.
It's the Red Wings, and that's mine too.
Yeah.
That's mine too. I'm a Red Wing guy. Always have been, always will be. We head over to the Metropolitan Division.
Penguins.
You got Devils, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Islanders, Rangers, Flyers, Penguins, and the Capitals.
I still believe that the Rangers got this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, it's a good pick because last year came under the radar. President's Choice, President's Trophy winning. I don't know why.
Great brand.
Yeah, great brand. Yeah. They win it without, and they didn't do a lot of change. So you would imagine they're probably going to stay. I'm going to go with the team that did a few changes. It's the Devils. And right now, I said it earlier, best team in the NHL. I mean, that's you talk about stats. They're 1-0. No one else is.
Ovi, Jersey.
Yeah. Which team last year that didn't make the playoffs, or which team do you think will be a black horse here or something?
A black horse?
Maybe. Is there can you say that? A dark horse? Black horse. Dark horse. Sorry about that. It can be black. Dark is a shade of black.
Well, I'll let you ride out on that one. I picked the Penguins. I got to, man.
You got to take the Pens.
Look, do I believe it? Not really. But at the same time, I got to. They're my team.
You know what? I'm going to take a team that for some reason in my head, I think they learned their lesson. I'm going to take Philly.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
And by the way, can I just say one thing? I saw last week something I wanted to bring up and I forgot. Johnny Gaudreau's dad, who the poor guy's probably going, who knows what the poor dude is doing. Tortorella called him and said, hey, man, listen, why don't you get out of the house? Why don't you come down and help me coach some of the guys during the preseason? He called Johnny Gaudreau. What a call. And you see Mr. Gaudreau pushing pucks out of the net and doing stuff on the ice and all that stuff.
What a
I thought
MAGA.
that where everyone gives Tortorella such a hard time, why isn't anyone talking about this? Classy move by the Torts.
Yeah.
Well, we jump over to the Central. You got the Blackhawks, the Avalanche, the Stars, the Wild, the Predators, the Blues, the Utah, and the Jets.
This is a tasty one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Avalanche,
Wow. Okay.
and I'm gonna go with my dark horse in the entire NHL.
Oh, okay.
It's you, Nashville. I want to see it.
You wanna see it?
I want to see what you're about. Yeah. You were there,
I hear you.
and you got a little better. And we talked about Grizzly vets.
That's right.
And we talked about studs.
That's right.
And they got them.
It's so funny you say that.
They got them.
I actually took the Predators to win this division. I think the ads were that good, and they were already decent last year,
Yeah.
better than expected. And then the dark horse, listen, I just don't know why everyone's not seeing what I see, and I guess we'll find out how crazy I am. Utah. Utah's a new city, but the team is Phoenix. It's Arizona. It's the same guys. If they were decent last year, and they were decent, they weren't great, they weren't bad, they were decent, and they were playing in front of 6,000, what do you get when you get 20,000 people cheering your name now? I'd imagine you're going to be better.
What are you talking about?
They're going to be soaking up that energy.
That's right.
That's it.
Sending quakes across the
NHL.
the NHL.
We move over to the Pacific Division. You got the Ducks, the Flames, the Oilers, the Kings, the Sharks, the Kraken, the Canucks, last year's champ, division winner, and the Golden Knights.
I'm going to go with the cheesy Edmonton pick here.
Yeah,
I think they'll be a little more consistent instead of being under the gun.
Yep.
In terms of, I don't know who made the playoffs. Read the teams again.
Yeah, Ducks, Flames, Oilers, Kings, Sharks, Kraken, Canucks, Golden Knights.
Look, I love me the Golden Knights too.
Who doesn't like them?
Yeah, I love me the Golden Knights. But they were there, and they'll be there again. I think for me, it's the Kraken.
The Kraken.
I still think that they got a little, they got a little pep in their step over there.
You know what? I'm going to take this team. I'm going to take them just because I opened my mouth now. The Kings. They were in last year, but I think they're going to have a little bit of a better year, kind of under the radar year. But Doughty got hurt in the preseason. So now I don't know if I like that pick anymore.
Are you Drew doubting yourself?
I think I may be. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. The NHL starts this week. We're going to have a great old time next week when we talk some more NHL as we get into it. We're off to week 4 in the NFL. Well, week 4 finished. We're off to week 5 technically. Listen, Buffalo fan, last week I almost apologized. Thank God I didn't. You got Derrick Henry to run for 199 yards on your asses, and you want me to apologize to you? Well, congratulations that you didn't let him hit 200. How do you let a guy run 200 yards on you? In a league that they're throwing the ball, you're letting the guy run on you.
Yeah.
You owe me an apology, Buffalo.
I think so.
Damn
what
right.
did we say?
What did we say?
We didn't give in. There was no, they're bad. They're going to do it. No.
Yeah.
We'll wait. And there you go.
Okay, the first quarter of the NFL season is over, right? 4 weeks is done. 1 quarter is done, right?
That's crazy.
Would you now say that Sam Darnold is this quarter's MVP? Or who would you pick?
I mean, no, it's really like, dude, man, the guys.
Wait, I got one. Pump fake or all pump? I've been on a heater with those lately.
Pump or pump fake? Embrace or disgrace?
Still on that one, huh?
The best. Yeah, man, Sam. Look, MVP?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I give him the MVP yet. But
just for the quarter.
For the quarter. But, I mean, as I think about it, I don't know who else you would give it to. I mean, this guy's...
Well, you could say Patrick Mahomes, I suppose.
But
you could say Josh Allen. Yeah, he had a bad game.
Man, boy, did they luck out, hey?
Who?
The purple team.
When, last week? Against us? Listen, it's the other way around. We got lucky where we got to the end of the game and almost won.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I'm talking from a quarterback perspective.
Oh, absolutely, man.
No, the purple team. Boy, did they luck out. It's like, man, like your world
was crumbling.
Yeah,
you're right.
And it's like there is stuff on the other side of the black hole.
That's right. That's right. No, listen, Sam Darnold has been a nice fit. The guy's been in the league a long time. See, there's another guy that was taken high in the draft, thrown right into the fire. Everyone was done with him, and then you sit him down, you let him watch a couple of years, and look at him go.
Oh, New York Jets.
And that's where we're going next.
Oh, New York Jets.
And that's where we're going
We're
next.
Packers fans. We tried to warn you.
We told you.
We wanted to, and you now what? Because guess what? You're probably going to be forced to fire your coach because he ain't cutting it.
Nope.
And
Salah.
And a guy that Salanora is going to have to be. Okay? And your boy, Aaron Rodgers, not our boy anymore.
Not our friend.
Your boy. Never liked him from the beginning.
But wait a minute.
When did he leave?
But wait a minute.
When?
But hold on a second. I agree with everything you're saying, but there is a but.
But
Davante Adams this week came out and said, hey, Raiders, I want out. Get me out of here. He has requested, I would like to go to the Jets. That would be a huge help. But the Jets said, we're sending you wherever we get the best package. Weirdly enough, as I look through the numbers, the Jets have a little bit of money that they can send him. And he wants to go there because of Aaron. Dallas has got some money, and they might need him because they got nothing after Lamb. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how they have this money. They must have had it under the seat cushions. The Cleveland Browns, who really need them, have $44.5 million after giving Deshaun all that other money. I don't know where they're finding this money. But right now, if you're Vegas, where do you send Davante Adams?
Well, yeah, you have to get the best possible deal
For
back.
sure.
Like the team's obviously now restructuring. The quarterback's gone. The wide receiver who went really motivated because of the previous quarterback. But you know what?
What?
At the same time,
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I was watching that clip of Adams.
Right.
How do you cry and complain about getting hit in a contact sport like football?
Buddy, because this is the problem, right? Aaron will throw the ball where it needs to be thrown because he's got 20 years of experience. These other guys are not Aaron Rodgers, and they are setting up their buddy. Even Jordan Love set up, was it Watson, I think? Watson almost died on the field. Like his leg almost got decapitated right off, right? The point of the matter is all that stuff's going to, if I'm the Raiders right now, absolutely you're right. But then I have to think about the future too, because I'm going to have other players that may not want to stick around.
Yeah.
And they might not even want to come here because they're like, man, I was going to go to the Raiders, but I remember what they did to Devontae dirty, and I ain't going to go there.
That's a good point.
And I'm wondering now, do you just give the baby its bottle and let him go to the Jets? Do the Jets get that much better? The Jets have a lot of, they look great on paper, but for some reason they're not clicking right now.
Yeah, they do. Look, I'm telling you, the Jets are going to be a second half team, you guys.
Yeah.
Just wait. Okay, just wait. You got to remember, this is actually year one of the experiment.
That's true. That is true.
Right? Like this is just wait.
But man, think about Dak throwing him the ball too. Him and Lamb, that'd be a pretty fun combo, bro. That'd be pretty crazy. But then CeeDee Lamb has shown that he gets a little upset when he doesn't get the ball. So I don't know, man. This is crazy. I don't know.
He should just come back to Green Bay.
You know what? Honest to goodness. Think about it. He left Green Bay, the middle of Wisconsin, to go to Vegas, and he's begging to get out of Vegas.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Josh Jacobs is calling him, go, hey, listen, this place is great. It's got cheese everywhere.
Joshy, baby, what's going on? What's going on over there?
What are you doing? Get over here again. We love the cheese sauce. You know what else I love? The 5-star pick of the week.
What?
And ladies and gentlemen, I am taking the Jets plus 2.5. Everybody thinks, oh, it's Minnesota. It's only 2.5. They're going to crush the Jets. Are they, though?
Are they?
Are they? They didn't look that great against Green Bay at the end. I don't know what happened. They took their foot off their neck and almost lost. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, take the Jets. Take the 2 points.
What?
It's called a rat bet. And we ain't no rats. We're taking it, baby. We're taking
New York Jets.
Yeah. Here we are. Rapid banter.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Vegas has Austin Matthews line for his goal total over or under 55.5 for the year.
Right on.
The Yankees are back in playoff race and looking for their 29th World Series. Evil Empire or the force is too strong in these ones.
Hey, come on. Don't Aaron Judge a team because of their history.
Vince Carter was told he will be the first Raptor jersey to be heading to the rafters. Dunk or air ball?
Dunk.
What is harder to do? Climb Mount Everest or dunk on Mount Matumbo?
I think the Matumbo.
Yeah, man. And Godspeed, hearts and prayers.
I
out to
know,
the
man.
Mutombo,
I shook his hand.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right.
Nice to meet you, Dimitri.
But he looks so nice, man. He did look like a great guy.
Great guy.
The world lost a
I
really
was
cool guy,
3 steps up,
Yeah.
and he was still taller than me at the Staples Center.
Amazing. So many questions.
It's just his suit jacket is my blanket.
Yeah, no doubt. Bro.
Crazy.
Crazy.
A lot of material.
I would imagine so. Yeah. Last one. Diddy's lawyer says is it really a crime to have that much baby oil in bulk? Everyone buys in bulk. Baby please, or pass the baby wipes.
Buddy, I don't. You know what? He's in some trouble.
He's in some trouble, eh?
He's in some trouble. He's in the trouble.
The whole baby oil thing is just so funny. It's just hilarious.
Why add insult to
it really, you know what? In this case, it's the smoking gun. If you think about it, right? Yeah. They're like, well, prove it. He's like, well, I don't know, whatever. Like, forget the videos. Why do you have so much baby oil? Like, it's just.
Hey, when is that truck going to come pick the rest of it up?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Actually, no, yeah, that's it. We're off to MAGA MALAKA. Here we go. Now, we started the pod off with young versus old.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, let's do it. I think we did this once before, young versus old.
That's
Ready?
fine. Yeah.
MAGA's good, MALAKA's bad.
We got to roll through this.
Streaming, MAGA or MALAKA?
Streaming?
Streaming videos, watching videos, or VHS, beta, and DVDs. Which is the MAGA, which is the MALAKA?
Streaming's the MAGA.
Streaming's the MAGA.
Yeah.
So that would be the new generation.
That'd be the new generation.
The 67 Corvette or the Lambo? MAGA or MALAKA?
67. Did you know that about me?
I knew.
Okay, that's
I knew. That's why I set it up that way.
67 MAGA. MAGA.
Okay, how about the new phones? You got your new phone or the flip phone or the rotary phone?
I got to go rotary phone.
The MAGA.
The MAGA. I like the effort.
God forbid there was 9s in your number. Oh man, it'd take an hour to call you.
Forget about it. Carpal tunnel.
Do you remember when you'd call Greece? 0, or 1,
Yeah.
and then 3-0, and then you go through the number.
And then you mess up.
Yeah. And Here, young versus old. John Cena or Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Really?
MAGA.
Always? Because they are kind of the same if you think about it, right?
What came first, the Cena or the egg?
Here's one for all those European people.
Yeah.
You got your dryer at home, right? Or the clothesline.
The clothesline.
The clothesline.
Yeah, MAGA.
Calling the police, calling the pizza place for your pizza order, or skip the dish.
I tell you, old wins.
Old wins.
I want to know the specials. I want someone to talk to.
Hi, can I get a pepperoni, salami, and okay, hurry up. What? What do you need? Mushrooms. Do you guys have any specials, by the way?
Do you have any thin crust? No, I got the one crust.
One crust.
I'll take medium, put the large pan. Okay, bye.
Do you guys have extra cheese? Yeah, $1.25. No. Do you guys actually put cheese on it? See, the whole fun is gone. Now you're just clicking shit and you don't know what's going on. You don't know. Gretzky or McDavid or Sidney Crosby.
I got to go with the new Sidney Crosby. MAGA, my boy.
Last one. Brandy Love or Sweetie Fox. Ranked number 1. I was perusing the nets. I found it. It's all good.
Brandy Love.
For the win.
For the win. MAGA. She's a fan of the show.
She's a fan of the show. That's it. Thanks, Brandy.
Thank you, Brandy.
Done.
Thanks for the love. And all the countless hours.
I was just perusing the
I
nets.
would like to think that you enjoyed this show today. Episode 327 of The Sports Show. Don't forget to follow us on the channels at Sports Show Podcast. Blue and white logo, 327, one for the books. We're going to shove it in the locker.
Get it in there.
We got to hit the showers, and we got to hit them fast. You know what I'm saying.
See ya.
W was saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.